I'm not lying to you. I've been trying, but you done play me like a fool.
I had a friend, right? This nigga not even like a friend. This nigga just a nigga that I was just talking to. Pause. I was on the Stairmaster, right? And you know, I'm just getting my workout in. And I randomly get a text, and I knew it was him. And I don't save anybody's number. I just memorize it. You know what I mean? Like I just see this nigga number, and I'm just like, all right, it's this nigga. So I saw this nigga number, and I already knew who it was. So I unlock my phone. Whatever. I unlock my phone. I see what this nigga talking about, right? And this nigga sends me a photo, like a screenshot of him basically. Okay, well, for the people that don't know, he works at a place, right, where he goes. It's a independent contractor type job. So he basically goes and picks up packages and basically delivers them. So he goes to a warehouse and delivers the packages, right? You know, and these niggas are delivering just random shit like makeup, clothes, you know, all types of shit, right? And like shoes, all of that. And he basically picked up like 50 packages, 40 packages or whatever. And basically every package you drop off, you get $2.50 per package. And basically, I don't know how many packages this nigga had. I know he had somewhere around there. So you do the math. You do $2.50 times $40, right? And okay, this place is in Culver City, right? So I'm gonna really break it down to you niggas. This nigga drove from wherever he lives at, right, to fucking Culver City, which is like 20 miles away. Then he drove from Culver City to fucking Arcadia to deliver packages, right? Okay, now this is the crazy part. For one, this is not even a lot of money, right? This is not a lot of money, but I'm not trying to bag on niggas. This is not what I come on here to do. I come here to like explain to you niggas and kind of like make you realize shit that you probably never realized before. This nigga basically went from Culver City to Arcadia, and he went from Arcadia to fucking, bro, this nigga went so fucking far that I didn't even realize this nigga went so far until I went home and I laid in my bed and I realized, like, wait a minute, this nigga drove that far for this amount of money? Mind you, I just told you get $2.50 per package. If you live in LA, you know that from Arcadia is all the way from Culver City to Arcadia is already like 30 plus miles. Then from Arcadia, I think this nigga went to like not Santa Ana, Santa Clarita. But like passing Santa Clarita though, like all the way up there to the point where like this nigga's about to go through like mountains and shit. Like the nigga went that far, I don't even know where he was at. And it was so crazy to me because he delivered one package. So you mean to tell me you drove from Arcadia to fucking Santa Clarita to make $2.50? Now, at that very moment, and I already knew this nigga was stupid, but I didn't know that nigga was that stupid. So with me, I don't like hanging around with stupid people because it kind of feeds off onto me. Does that make sense? So if I start hanging around with you and you're stupid, I might start becoming stupid because I'm an observant person and I could realize that I'm hanging around with a dumbass nigga. But I didn't know this nigga was that stupid. And I was like, so you mean to tell me you drove from Arcadia to Santa Clarita, passing that for $2.50? And you know what he told me? He said, well, bro, we get a 0.30% mileage reimbursement. So the more miles I drive, the more money I make. And I said, you dumb ass nigga, that money that you're making, you know that's going back to the gas, right? They're basically reimbursing you for gas, so you're not making any money. Yeah, bro, but I drive a Prius. And at that very moment, I already knew this shit. This is not some shit that I didn't know, but I really genuinely realized, like, man, there are stupid fucking people out there that are just dumb. No wonder why, but there's people working at McDonald's. And there's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's, because I know that making money is very, very, very hard. It's not easy. You have a lot of opportunity in America, but making money is not easy at all. It's not, you just go out. There's, making a lot of money is not easy. Making money is pretty easy itself. But making a lot of money is not easy. Yeah, and I just started to realize, like, man, there's a lot of dumb people out there, and this is what makes the world go round. We genuinely need dumb people in the world. If we don't have dumb people in the world will be like a disaster. Imagine if everybody was smart. Everybody was just smart as hell. Everybody was observant. Everybody was clever. Everybody was just a tip-top person up here. Who would be flipping those burgers? Because if imagine if there was a world full of me's, right? A world full of Sean's. Like, there would be no one working at fast food. There'll be nobody working at such and such. There'll be nobody doing these dumbass jobs, because they'll be like, man, this nigga is too smart. Like, he know that this job is probably, even if he work at this job, he's gonna quit soon or whatever. Because a lot of these niggas, they work at these jobs, right? A lot of people, they work at these jobs and they think that it's a lot of money. But in all honesty, and I've said this before, if you don't have a skill, if you didn't go to school and you don't have any skill at all, I'm talking about even the bare minimum skill. I'm talking about like getting a Class B license, or fucking becoming a CNA, or just some shit that you don't even need a fucking diploma to even get a job in. Like, I'm naming jobs that you don't even need to graduate high school in. You don't even need to graduate. You just need to just fucking be able to work and be able to breathe and be able to have a little bit of common sense. If you have those type of things, you can at least get some type of skill. Now, going back to what I was saying, if you don't have any skill, you're basically just going through life, just wherever life takes me, that's where I'm gonna land. You just a leaf, you just a feather in the wind. You just a leaf in the wind. You just, whatever you land, that's where you land up at. You might land in a dumpster, you might land on land, you might land, you don't know where you're gonna land at. You just a fucking feather in the wind. Because as soon as you get fired, even if you have a good job, if you get fired, that's it. And they're really, I don't even know why I said good job. I'm talking about a job where you're just making minimum wage. You're just making $19 an hour. You're making $18 an hour. Even if you're making $26 an hour, if you live in California, if you live in LA, that's not a lot of money at all. So, but I'm not bagging on people. This is not what I'm doing. I'm not bagging on people saying like, oh, you're not making a lot of money. I'm not. What I'm saying is, don't think that job you're working at is a good job, because it's not a good job at all. It's not. It's not a good job, because you can get fired at any given moment. And then guess what? If you get fired, it's going to be hard for you to get another job because you have no skill. See, when you have a skill, and even if it's bare minimum, you can have a fucking Class B license, you can have a CNA license. If you just have these little skills, it's easy for you to get a job. At least when you get fired, at least you can get a job. You don't have to fucking apply to 100 jobs to get one job. Or 100 plus to get one job. At least you can get a job. Yeah, these jobs don't pay as much. I know. But at least you can get a job though. Does that make sense? And then niggas talk about, well, I get benefits. And bro, like any job you get benefits. Like what the fuck? Almost, bro, every single job you get benefits in. You get a 401k, you get damn near almost every job you get a benefits in. There's certain benefits where you don't get them, but you know, in certain jobs, but majority of the time you're gonna get benefits at any job, no matter what. You're gonna get PTO, you're gonna get all of that shit in any job, if it's a W-2. Shit, even 1099, I heard that they, like Uber and shit, I heard they get in like sick leave and shit like that too. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think so, because that's what I heard. But yeah, we need people. We need those. You ever just talk to a dumbass nigga Like, you ever just been out and you just talk to a nigga? You might just be at the gym. You might just be starting a conversation with a nigga in line at the grocery store. You ever just talk to a dumb ass nigga that's just fucking stupid? Like, you could just talk to him and be like, yeah. Like, but in your mind, you like, man, this nigga is dumb. We need people like that. We need people in the world that are stupid. If you don't have people in the world that are dumb, then this world is just gonna collapse. Like, if you actually genuinely think about it, we need dumb people more than we need smart people. No. We need the actual smart people to create this shit, and then the dumb people follow. So we actually need the smart people. But majority of the people in the world are actually fucking stupid. They don't use their brain and use common sense. A lot of people, they lack common sense, and a lot of people, they're fucking stupid. So yeah, like, I genuinely don't understand that. This nigga drove 30, 40, 50, no, this nigga drove 50 miles to make $2.50. Imagine wherever you live at. I don't know wherever you live at, but imagine a place, right? Go on Google Maps and look up a place that's 50 miles away from there, and you drove there 50 miles for $2. Does that make sense? But we have a lot of dumbass niggas that you know, they think it's fine. Ooh, well, at least I have a job. Bro, you supposed to have a job. Like, I don't understand it. Like, this is not some shit that, like, oh, wow, you have a job. Wow. Bro, you're supposed to have a job. Yes, I know getting a job is hard. I know getting a job is hard. I know even just a regular job I know is hard. But don't use that little phrase. I hate that phrase of, like, a nigga working somewhere that's not a good job in. Well, at least I have a job. Like, bro, you think that your kid that's fucking hungry is gonna be like, well, fuck, my dad, he can't pay the rent, he can't buy no food, but, you know, at least he has a job. The fuck? Bro, your kid does not give a fuck that you at least have a job. Or man, bro, life is so crazy. They don't even care that you trying. They don't even care if you got fired and you had a good job and you got fired. That's how tough life is. Niggas, your kids don't care about you you're trying. Trying doesn't cut it in this world anymore. You trying, that doesn't matter no more. You don't get no sympathy from your kids or whatever like that. I hate that fucking phrase. That's you trying. That's because you got to think about it. You're doing the bare minimum, so you're actually not trying. Trying is you doing something outside of what you're already supposed to be doing. Because like I said, you're already supposed to have a job, or at least trying to get a job. You see what I'm saying? So, but that little trying, well, you just said trying is, you know, that's not trying. It's not considered trying. What else word am I supposed to used? You know, you're trying to get a job, but you're already supposed to have a job. See what I'm saying? Especially depending on how old you are too. If you're fucking 30 plus, yeah, you should already be trying to get a job already. But that trying, that little part right there where you're trying to get a job, that doesn't matter. The part where it matters is where you're trying when you're doing something outside of that trying. Does that make sense? See, niggas, you got to pick up quick. So you trying is like, okay, I got off of work and then I'm about to do this. Like, that's trying. Does that make sense? That's trying to do something. Now I can see that. Cause bro, I said it in my last video. I told you niggas, life is not easy. It's very, 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 very difficult. Very difficult. You could lose your job, get kicked out of the apartment. This can happen. So don't think that life is easy, because it's not easy at all. Not even in the slightest bit. Yeah, you get lucky. You could live at your parents' house and, you know, go to school and not have to pay for anything and not have to worry about anything and not have to worry about any bills, and your parents are giving you money and shit like that, so you don't have to worry about anything while you're at school. But a lot of that, but you know, sometimes people get lucky. You are a lucky person, because there's a lot of people that I know that don't have that luxury of I'm gonna just stay at home for 4 or 5 years, become a registered nurse, and a lot of people don't have that. You know how many people that are out there right now that are like, man, if I had that, I would have been such and such. I would have been a registered nurse, but I couldn't do that. So now I had to become an LVN and do a 13-month program because I couldn't do a 2-3 year program because I needed money like that. So, you know, life is tough. It's not a joke. You know what I mean? You do have circumstances where, you know, it's fucked up or whatever, but everybody got a, you know, different dealt of cards. You know what I mean? Everybody got a different situation. And, you know, like I said, I'm not bashing this nigga for working at this job. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, and another thing too, this nigga been working there for a long ass time, for over years. So it's not like, that's the thing. He's comfortable at this job because he's been working there for years. So niggas can't be like, man, well, you know, he could be at least trying to get a job in this and such, or he could be trying to do this and that. He's okay with that job because he's been working there for years. It don't take, remember I was telling you that it's hard to get a job? I know it's hard to get a job. It's not fucking that hard to get a job though, where it takes fucking 3 years. Hell no, it don't take that. Nigga, 3 years, you could already have got a fucking CNA license. You could already got a Class B fucking license. And then been working at fucking LAX and driving as a shuttle driver or some shit. Or just making $23 an hour driving, delivering fucking goods or something like that. Or get a Class A license or something. All of this shit, like I'm naming right now, you don't even need a high school diploma. Anybody could do this shit.
Pussy ass nigga, stop me mugging. This bitch been on my dick with that